But first off, I want to really compliment the way South Carolina played, the way they competed. They never quit. It's just the ball bounced our way a couple of times. And it's a shame right now with what all these young men are going through, that there has to be a winner and loser. I think by everybody getting to play tonight, absolutely was a win for some of these guys. And I'm glad that we got a chance to do that. I'm proud of our players. I'm proud of our staff, everybody in our organization. When you start thinking about what all these young men at every college has done since March, they go home. Some of them were called back in June. Some of them were called back in July, depending on the university. Maybe some of them were called back in August. But when they came back, they were facing something that we knew nothing about. And the courage that it took for these young men to come back, not knowing what tomorrow holds, the faith that they've had in all the institutions that they represent. When you look at the social injustice that has went across our country, and to see the courage that the players on our team, the players on the other teams, it's inspiring to me. This generation of young men and women that are really fighting the fight. And it's encouraging for the future of our country, to me. But I just can't say how proud I am of our players, the other players across the country, and for what they've been going through. I'm sure everywhere, you look at these young men right now, they're having to take tests 3 days a week. And when you witness it, they're taking these tests with very high anxiety. They're not living the normal life that they lived like the rest of us did when they were in college. They sit there in their rooms, quarantining themselves so they don't put themselves at risk. The sacrifices that they're taking, it's really inspiring to see the courage and the willingness and how important this stuff is to all these players. And I just want to commend our players and everybody across the country that are doing this. It's inspiring to watch. The last thing that I don't think nobody really, there's no way to measure it. It's the mental health piece. When you sit in your room, not doing what you normally would do while you're in college or high school, trying to make sure that you quarantine, there's not a whole lot to do. And the sacrifices that all of these young men and women are making right now to have an opportunity to be able to play says a whole lot about them. But I just wanted to say that. It's been inspiring to watch. Tonight's game, we made a lot of mistakes early on. We had a botched snap, had the ball, driven right through us on the opening drive. There was a lot of good. We just were very inconsistent. And that's the one thing that we've not just challenged our team. We played about like I thought we would play. Being in this business for a while, when a team's ready to play, and because of the circumstances that we faced during fall camp, I knew we wasn't ready to play a game at a high level. But we actually played better in spurts than I was afraid that we would. And then there was times that we didn't sustain. So we had a couple of guys out tonight. Hopefully we'll get these guys back, but it's encouraging that our guys continue to find a way. Can't say enough about it.